Oh, we're back. Hey guys, we're gonna do a beef point today. We're gonna shred it up, and make it for some tacos. This is one of the most tender parts of the brisket. We're actually just gonna, we had it cut at the butcher. Shout out to Schumann's Meats. We actually gonna cut it. We're gonna get off some of this fat off of it, off the bottom, and off this side right here, big hunk. We're gonna take that off of there. Just stick with us. We'll show you what we're gonna do today. All right, guys, we're gonna just do a little trimming of the fat here. See this fat? We're just gonna get rid of it here. Don't cut too deep with it. You're trying to save as much meat as you can, that much tender. We can actually use these two in the pan on the side. I'm gonna try to save this big hunk right here as well. I'll do a little something different. Yeah, I'm gonna try to cut as much, try to save as much as possible. Check this out. See how I'm just taking all this little bit of off of there, right there. Just trying to save a little bit of it, that's all. You don't need a lot of fat in this. You can see how loosely grained it is. Once it's on the smoker, it's gonna turn loose, because once I get it to about 155, 160, this thing's gonna loosen up. And it's gonna be nice and tender. So just, you know what I mean? Once you get to 150, you know what I mean? You're really just gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap in some butcher paper today. We're gonna get it to about 150, and then we're gonna take it to about 205 on that smoker today. So we're just gonna cut off some of the fat. We're not trying to get real deep with it. So as you see, I keep looking at it. Not taking the whole hunk of meat off of there. Just trying to get all the silver skin and all that off of there. Just take a look at it. Be careful when you do it. Just take a look. Get a little more off of there. Yeah, that should be enough fat over there. I want a little bit of this fat, because once I do a little bit of this, when I wrap this in that foil, I want a little bit of fat juice in there. So that's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good cut. You can get all surgical if you want, but I don't need to. How we're gonna start today is I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna make my mop sauce first. I'm gonna show you guys a little mop sauce. I talked about this in a couple of videos too. I'll show you guys a little something. So I already pre-made a little bit of this up, but I'll just tell you what I did in here. I need a lot more than that. When I was making it, I was like, let me show my viewers what I've been doing. So I'm not sponsored, so I can say this. Open Pit A1 sauce. It's a half a cup of each in this little black bowl here. Cracked pepper, sea salt, and garlic salt. Just two half teaspoons in there. And that is some of this Columbus brew. It's Insane Wonder for a reasonable amount in there, right? We're gonna add our barbecue sauce in there. And our A1, barbecue and A1, right in there. Do a little stir. It smells pretty good already. Add a little pepper into it. Give it a little kick, but this is just our mop sauce. So this is gonna help our bark when we're smoking this little beast. Stir up. This just gives you a little flavor in there. That beer with that A1 smells pretty good. And we're just gonna cut that a little bit with this vinegar. Teaspoon. Apple cider vinegar. That's all you really need. A dash. Stir it up. Now you got your mop sauce made. Some people like to put a little honey into it. I don't want it to be really too sweet, so I kind of put a little pop to it with the pepper and the barbecue sauce, the beer. Just something to give a little flavor. But yeah, that's the mop sauce. So you guys will see me putting that on there in a little while too. All right, so back to our meat. We're not really getting super crazy with the seasons today. You know, the old signature sweet heat. We're gonna put a little bit of that on it for some color. But we're gonna start with our salt and pepper actually. We'll start with salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, garlic. Start with that. Open my lid up a little bit. There it is. Salt, pepper, garlic, little steak seasoning mixed in. Just gonna pat that in. This is gonna be some good meat for some tacos today, boys and girls. Just gonna shred this up at the end, cut it up, shred it up. It's gonna set good for some tacos. Get you some of this sweet heat. You seen this, me using this on pork. It's almost like my go-to, man. I started messing with this stuff and fell in love with making it myself. My daughter came to me and was like, why don't you buy that $8 rub? Because I can make it myself. There you go. A little sweet heat. See how that color's taking on that red? Pat it down. And AC, I did wash my hands, so don't you be sending me no private message on some offline stuff, dogging me. Yeah, we just shake it down like this. Get that color on it. This is gonna give us that nice, pretty dark bark that we want. Gonna pat this in, let it set for a little bit. Bring that grill up to temp, and we're gonna smoke it super low and slow today. We're going to 180 temp today. See how she's looking nice and pretty? Looks good, doesn't it? Look at all those, oh yeah, morsels of flavor and everything else in there. Look at that, man, that looks good. Stick with me, guys. We'll be right back. We're going to put her on the smoker. Just stay with us. All right, guys, we're back. Let's put this point on here real quick. Like I said, we're going to start out here at 180. We'll throw it right on. We'll throw her the way we want her to cook. We'll throw it that way. Throw it just like that. Bunch her up a little bit. Like I said, we're going to use it for tacos, so we're not really getting too particular on it. But, yeah. Stick with me, guys. Like I said, we're gonna roll it nice, low and slow, 180. And then once we get to 160, we're gonna wrap her up. Once we wrap her up, we'll get her to about 195, 200. And after that, we should be ready to shred up, pull apart. We're gonna wrap her in some butcher paper today. Stick with us, guys. We'll be back. All right, guys. We got her started at 180 still sitting at 122. Going to take a look at her right quick. Just set up a good color for us. We just put the mopper one time. See that bark on there is sitting pretty good. It should get tacky. That's what we're liking to see. Drip a little mopsauce on it. Yeah. Looking good. Yeah, she's looking good. She'll start tacking up the higher we get. So we'll set with her a little bit longer. Like I said, we're trying to get her to about 160. We'll see what we get. Stay with us. Guys, we're sitting at 135 internally. Let's take a look at her. Oh yeah, smoke's rolling good. We mopped her a bit ago. She's still a little wet, so we're gonna let her go. No mop yet. We'll hit her again probably when we get to about 160, right before we put the paper on. Matter of fact, when we put it in the paper, we'll probably just mop it one time before we put it in. And then once we put her in, we'll hit it. All right, stick with us. All right, guys, we're back. Gonna wrap this puppy up. We got to about 150. It's pretty good for me. Getting kind of hungry. So I'm gonna wrap her up real quick. See how we got our sauce is nice and percolating through that. That mop sauce is popping through there. Look at that, man. We're just gonna drip some of this on it. And this is gonna hold the moisture once we wrap her in there. It's gonna turn to jello once we get in there. Oh yeah, nice and saucy. All the extra sauce on there. Gonna wrap her up. And we're gonna keep the way we put it off is the way I put it on the paper. So my bag is gonna actually go over a little bit more. There we go. That's the top, bottom, top, total flat. Total flat. ready to go back on. We're gonna meet you at the. All right, guys, we're gonna put this bad boy back on there. We're gonna poke a hole in it real quick. Get that temperature checked on there. We're shooting for about 200 degrees on our internal temp. Get extra mopsauce in there to help make it a little more wiggly. We got her about 150 right now. We're gonna climb up to about 200. And once we get to about 200, we're gonna pull her off here, cut her a couple times to show you what she looks like. Show what she looks like. Should probably do a little pool test on her and just see her smoke ring, make a couple tacos, and we'll have a good night. See you back in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back. We're just out here cutting this up. Already unwrapped out the butcher paper. We're just getting some smoke ring out of it. Man, look at the smoke. Look at the color on it. Thing. Take a bite of this right here. First of all, let's do a little pool test on it. Look at that fat right there. See it? Oh yeah, even the fat. The fat's got a good pull to it. And we left a little fat in there. That's good. A couple more cuts out of it. That's what I'm looking for right here. Check that out. Oh yeah, she's good. Look at that, boy. Flapper. She's looking good, man. Look at that. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. That mop sauce is really hitting the spot. That salt, pepper, that garlic, that Columbus Brew Insane Wonder is really hitting the spot. That A1, that barbecue sauce is really good. You guys got to try that on your own. But yeah, I'm about to cut this up, lay it on some tacos. I have a couple pictures on into this. You guys have a good one, man. Hey, stick with us. Like, subscribe, share. Hey, tell your friends about me. Have a good one.